So welcome back. We're going to speak on the trauma series on forced migration. Now, forced migration means you're forced to work abroad or overseas, and you had to take the job, of course, due to financial responsibilities, social obligations, family and stuff like that. You had to do it. And so when you're forced on doing something, there's always friction. So most of my clients who are in the States who are native Indians, right? And they do have these problems because they long to go back to their house and family, but they just can't do it due to financial reasons and all that. So what are the long-term effects that they have? So since 2014 until today, I've seen many people with this kind of trauma. This trauma is real. It is rarely talked about, but it is real, and it needs to be attended. Okay, so what are the things that you should look at as an astrologer? What are the things that you should be assessing? Okay, there's mainly three things. Okay, number one is anxiety, general anxiety, which means they'll go through nervousness, panic attack, hyperventilation, elevated heart rates. They'll be always in a kind of a paranoia. They are not sure what's going on sometimes. They just want to be in the room locked in. This sort of general anxiety problems, they will have that. Second thing is social distraction, because since it's a different place, there's a social barrier. Everything is different here, culturally, food, people, the way they correspond, everything is just different. So there's always this sense of loneliness, lack of social support, I would say. Okay, and the third is loss in identity, and this is from the second one, since there's a barrier in the communication, in the cultural engagements, and so one tend to sort of lose their identity. They want to behave like people who are in that country. They want to talk like them, they want to eat like them, they want to behave like them, so that they can be part of that society. You know what I mean? So that is the third one. If you see these three, of course there's a few more to go, but I'm just giving you on a high level. If you see these three, then there is a possibility. But to be really sure that they do have forced migration trauma, then there's one thing they will have: lack in self-care. They lack in self-care. Like, I can give you maybe poor eating habits. They go to these comfort foods, just binging on whatever they feel. Low performance in their work, unusual sexual desires. They may also have low energy. What else? Probably increased headaches, frequent headaches. I mean, sometimes they have migrations coming, just 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole week they'll have this pain, the headaches, and they just don't know why. But if they return to their country, and then this pain just gets disappeared, right? So that's another thing that I've noticed over the years as well. Lack of self-care could be maybe, frustration and anger is also part of anxiety. So all these, guys, need to be assessed. You need to connect with your client. You need to ensure that he or she has any of these symptoms. As such, you can then check on your charts. Now, speaking about charts, basically you need to look at 3 grahas. Basically, Jupiter. Jupiter is for long distance and going abroad. That's Jupiter. You need to look at Rahu. Rahu is about self-care or lack in self-care. Anything to do with greed, lust, and all that thing is Rahu. So due to that, you need to look at the positions of Rahu. And of course, Moon, Chandra. Chandra Bhagavan is all on the emotional distress, right? Jupiter, Rahu, and Moon. And last is you need to look at the 6th from the 9th. It's called Bhavad Bhavam. It's just a way that we astrologers do check. So if you're looking at the 6th, which is the house of responsibilities and commitments, from the 9th, which is long distance traveling, which is again the second house, you will find a lot of details on how to relieve this trauma from your client. So I hope this is useful for you. And if you would like to have a consultation, just feel free to DM me. I'll talk to you soon.